Good morning, and thank you for finding me. I'm Teresa. We're going to do a morning yoga flow. Find our breath and our anchor this morning. Hit the reset button and just find what feels good today. That's my motto. Find what feels good. And if you like what you see today and if you want to follow my journey, please subscribe for free and follow us on Mystery Machine Yoga. Namaste. We're going to begin this morning with setting an intention for our practice and finding what feels good and leading with our hearts. I always say you can always find the best version of us when we lead with our heart and we listen softly. Let's take our hands up high and just stretch to the right. Take up space. Come back up high. Twist over to the left. Take up space. And find what feels good today. Come back up high. Stretch it out from side to side. Grab your left knee with your right arm. Gaze over your left shoulder. And breathe. I'm in the mountains of Georgia today, enjoying a beautiful deck. Such gratitude for this space. Come back forward. Release out of this twist. Now take it back up high, lengthen your spine. Take it all the way to the right side. Your gaze is over your right shoulder. And we breathe. Turn your gaze back forward. Unravel out of this. Now we're going to come into a tabletop. Push down through your hands. Your hands are underneath your shoulders. Your knees are underneath your sit bones. You can go from side to side, set up here. Push down through your hands, through your knees. And we're going to allow our breath to guide us here. And we're going to flow through a few cat-cows. Deep inhale. And exhale, round down. Allow your breath to lead you through these. Feel that back stretching and waking up. Listen to your body as it's waking up and talking to you. And let's find what feels good today. Now we're going to take our torso and push it back towards our heels. Come back up. Push back. Do a few circles around our wrists. Allow that weight to pass through our wrist and see how that feels today. Listen to your body. If something doesn't feel good, back out of it. Simply don't do it. Let's find gratitude and peace right here where we are today, and let's grow. Come back on your sit tones, curl your toes up, and stretch those feet while you're up here. Roll your hands out. And find what feels good. We're going to take our hands to the left side, step our right foot up, kick up onto our left toes, push down through our left hand and guide our right hand all the way to the sky. And breathe like you love yourself. Bring your hand back to the mat. Drop your left knee down. Your toes to touch. We'll come up high for a low lunge. And we'll breathe. We're going to engage our core here and just open up to the right this morning. Breathe into this. Stay focused. If you feel a wobble, then make sure you're on 2 parallel lines here. You can heel toe your right foot out a little further. That gives you a little space. Return to center. Take it back up strong. Take your hands back down to the mat. You can take your foot up a little bit. We're going to push our torso back into a half split. You can take your right hand to the other side of your leg. Keep a micro bend in your knee here. And we're going to take it all the way down. And with each inhale and exhale, we're going to lengthen this stretch. And just fold down into it. Find what feels good. Notice how your body's waking up and talking to you. Roll back up. Kick that right knee back. We're going to reset into tabletop and take it to the other side. Take your hands all the way to the right side of your mat. Bring your left foot up. Now we're going to kick up on our right toes. We're going to push down through our right hand and we're going to peel our left hand all the way to the sky. Giving ourselves gentle kisses, finding what feels good today, and finding the best version of us so that we can show up for ourselves today and not just bump into walls all day long and autopilot, but walk with intention and with love and kindness for the world. Bring your left hand back down to the mat. Drop your right knee down. Bring your toes to touch. And then we're going to come up high. Low lunge here. Open up to your left. Engage your core. Breathe. Find your anchor, your breath today. Know that all is well. Just return to your breath. It'll keep you right here in this very present moment, all that truly matters. Come up high with your hands. Take it down to the mat. Now we're going to push our torso back to that half split. And drop our head down. Keeping a micro bend in this knee here. And we breathe. Roll back out of this. Kick back up on that right foot. You can bring it back, reset, tabletop. Kick it back left or right. Now take your hands out a little bit further. Curl your toes under. And we're going to meet in our first downward dog and just pedal it out and become present here. Just pedaling it out, finding what feels good. Knowing that our breath has always got our back. Finding some stillness for a minute. Take a deep inhale and let it go. That reset button. Now let's take baby steps all the way to the top of the mat. Feet hip width apart. Drop your head down, let it go. Decompressing the spine here. And letting the day go. You can interlock your hands, rock from side to side if that feels good. Drop your hands to the mat. Grab those toes. Take your gaze forward. Give it a big stretch here. Drop your knees. Fold your knees in. Come all the way up. Andale Mudra to your center heart in prayer. And breathe. Bring your hands all the way to the sky. Take your left hand, grab your right wrist, and then we're going to take it over to our left side. And breathe. Mother Teresa coined it perfectly when she said, if you want to save the world, simply go home and love your family. That love will spill over into the world and save everyone. Come back up to that center line. Release your right wrist. Take your right hand, grab your left wrist, and take it over to the right side and feel that gentle stretch all through your left side. Embrace that with each inhale and exhale. When we're kind to one person throughout our day, you affect 100 people. When we're rude to one person throughout our day, we're rude to 100 people. So let's be mindful as we go through our day. And let's take a deep breath and exhale. And let's lead with love and kindness. Come back up to that center line. Take your hands, release them, and let it go all the way down, forward fold. Come back up halfway. Bend your knees in. Drop your hands to the mat. Take it back to a plank. You can drop your knees here, or you can come all the way to the mat and challenge yourself today. Come up, baby cobra. Come back down. Now we're going to push up into another downward dog and pedal it out. You got this. Notice how it feels. Take baby steps all the way up, forward fold. Halfway up. Drop it back down, fold your knees in, come all the way up, root to rise. Hands down that center line. Now I'm going to turn towards the side of my mat. We're going to come into a wide-legged forward fold here. Take your hands all the way to the sky here. Bend at your hip flexors and take it all the way down. The only thing moving should be your upper torso. Coming all the way to the mat. If you need blocks, bolsters, or books here, feel free to get them. If your hands make it to the mat, fine. If they don't, be where you are today. Just let it go right here. If your head comes to the mat, fine. If it doesn't, be where you are. No one's going to look the same today in this. Now, if your hands have made it to the mat, take them and let's walk them all the way over to our left side today. Feel that stretch. Take some deep breaths here. And if they didn't come to the mat, bring them up on your leg. Be wherever you are today. No yoga robots here. There is no perfect posture in yoga. Simply showing up for yourself. Now walk them back to the center. And we're going to take them over to the right side. And breathe. Each time you show up for yourself and give yourself those kisses, notice how much clarity you have throughout your day. Notice how much love you have for yourself throughout the day, which indeed gives you more love for others. Come back down to the center. Take it all the way down. Just let it go. Hang it. Hang your head. Go from left to right if that feels good. Now take your hands to your back. You can heel toe your feet in if that is easier. Come back up halfway. with your hands at your lower back for support, and then come up strong all the way up. Great job. Take your hands all the way to the sky. Heel toe your feet in, hip width apart, and then let it go. Forward fold. Bend your knees in. Come down into that yogi squat. Great job, guys. If you want to come all the way to your sit bones onto the mat, let's do that at this time. Great stretch. Come up high with your hands. Stretch to your right. Come back up high. Stretch to your left. Come back up high. Andale Mudra. Bring your hands down, center line. Thank you so much for showing up this morning and doing a yoga morning stretch with me. If you enjoy flowing with me, subscribe for free today and like it and share it with your friends. Follow me on my journey as we journey through self-care and love for ourselves. When we love ourselves, we can love the world at a different light. Have a beautiful rest of your day. The inner light in me honors and respects and loves the light in you. Namaste, yogis.